Now there is a gate here, and we can see, and it's actually open, guys, so we're going to go in and see. Hi guys, welcome back to another GV walk. So today I'm in County Meath, and we are in an old church here called Agher. It's Church of Ireland. So we'll go and have a look around some of the old graves here. You can see some nice ones as we go around. There's a beautiful one here, look at this. A line on it and a little ring on it. Look at that. See the feet at the bottom? So we'll read this inscription. Henry Purdon, Esquire of Hotwell in this county, who departed this life on the 25th of March 1845, aged 66 years. Also his wife, Catherine. She died on the 18th of February 1821, aged 35 years old. This tomb has been erected by their sons, Henry, Edward, and Bartholomew, as a small token of love and respect. So it's a beautiful grave, isn't it? Look at that. And you can just see here on the other side, one of those lines is actually missing at the other side of this, so I don't know if somebody stole that or what happened to it. But the detail on this is something else. Look at that feet, like the lion's feet underneath it. Now inside the church, and it's unfortunately, it's an evening time cemetery walk here I'm doing. It's late enough in the evening. The church is closed, but this window here is some piece of work. It is made in Dublin by Thomas Gervais. It's the second earliest known piece of Irish-made stained glass. The unusual subject is St. Paul preaching to the Athenians on top of Mars Hill outside of Court of Areopagus. The design was inspired by a cartoon of Raphael and was created by painting on glass rather than using stained glass. So that's what that is there, guys. You won't be able to see it from there. I think there's a photograph of it online, so I'll put it over the video so you can see what I'm kind of talking about better. Just a little bit of info about that. There's a grave here, and it looks like it's actually sand on this, and I've never seen sand on a grave before. It's clean looking, tidy looking. In loving memory of Florence Clark, Agher died 12th of April 2006, aged 72, and her husband William Scott died 2009, aged 85. So it's a nice tidy place here, well kept. I have another one here with a lovely railing around it, stone design on it. Let's have a look at this, see can we read what's on it. It says, sacred to the memory of Maria, the beloved wife of David Trotter, Esquire of Summerhill in this county, who died in 1838, aged 64, I think. And then we have Catherine, the third daughter of the beloved wife of Samuel Smith, Esquire, of Agher House, Tullow, County Carlow, who departed this life in January 1860, aged 27 years old. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Beautiful grave. And the railing around it there. Now there is newer burials, I suppose, in here as well. I don't know, that's a stone. Big stone slab here on this. It's kind of breaking away at the sides. Yeah, so I don't know what's in there, guys. It doesn't seem to be anything like a vault. Miss Elizabeth, 1700s, I can see on it there. It's very hard to read it. Now, I'm just seeing here, we go around the other side. There's a very, very unique looking grave here at this stone slab, but there's a headstone just beside it, or on top. Look at that. We have skull and crossbones here. Look at that, and it looks like a wreath on top of the skull's head. And you can see it there. Look at that. I'm going to see, can I try and read? Now, it says here light the body of Mrs. Elizabeth Seaton, wife of Charles Seaton, who departed this life the 26th of, down below there, February 1735, aged 35 years old. Wow. There's a better look at it there, guys, with the lamp on it. Look at that torch. Look at that, the skull and crossbones. Amazing, isn't it?
That's brilliant. Look at his nose, how deep it is, like.
The nose, yeah.
His teeth.
The teeth are on it.
That's so cool.
Look at that. Amazing to see those. It's nice to come across those. Memento Mori, they call those.
Would you look at that?
The skull and crossbones.
There's another one.
We have another one just here. Skull and crossbones. And it's kind of easier to get to this one. Wow, look at that. Skull and crossbones, guys. Look at that. Another wreath on top of that. Fig leaves, I think they call those, are they? Around the top of the head.
Rome. Do you know
the Roman emperors used to wear those on top of their heads.
It's like leaves.
If anybody understands this,
I've never seen it before.
Around the top of it there, let me know. But it says here lies the body of Elizabeth,
I think it's
MacNab, wife of David MacNab, in the city of Dublin, who departed this life on the 4th of January 1754, aged 74 years old.
And of her grandchildren.
And of their grandchildren who died young.
That is amazing.
Look at that. Beautiful. Skull and crossbones. Another one.
So well carved out.
Yeah, well carved. Now guys, in the distance you can see there, when you come in the gate, that's actually a mausoleum. We're going to have a look in there and see what's going on and see who's buried in there. It's an old one here as well. Look at that, angels.
Look at the carving on the wings, the corals.
Little cherubs.
Beautiful.
AD, it says 1843, erected by John Blackburn, I think that is, in memory of his father, who departed this life in January 1843, aged 64.
So we have the skull and crossbones and then the cherub.
Skull, crossbones, cherub. That old one there with the line on it as well. So you can just see there as well, some of the trees are cut to protect the graves here so they don't fall on the graves. You can see one here where they've cut it. We have one here of in loving memory of Alex Rock, late of Agher, who died the 29th of December 1891, aged 60. His daughter Katie, wife of Fred Perry, who died the 20th of September 1889, aged 26. Also the daughter Eleanor Dudley in 1978. And Ernest Rock died the 23rd of August 1994, aged 91 years old. But look at that name. Famous namesake, Fred Perry. If anybody knows that name. Sports. The famous sports brand, Fred Perry. Not that, that's not the same person I'm saying, but it's just the same name. Yeah, so we have a lot of graves here. We have ones from the 70s. We have one here in loving memory of Robert John Dixon. Died following an accident on the 9th of January 1979, aged 23. And his parents and family, Robert John Dixon, loving father and husband, died in 1997, aged 83. So Robert John Dixon died following an accident in 1979. So sad. I wasn't even born in January 1979. I was born in May. So here we have this architectural style here, this mausoleum. Look at that. The windows are kind of broken it. And I'll show you from the front here what it looks like. It looks like a little miniature castle. Look at that.
But this family owned a state home, like a huge home close by.
Oh.
The home, I think, is gone.
Lots of land.
Lots of land, lots of money, you know, passed down through generations after generations.
Yeah. So we'll go and have a closer inspection of it and see. And first of all, we can see here the windows. They're not in great shape. A bit of vandalism there. The windows have, the glass has gone out of that window. Kind of the same really in the other side. Glass gone out of that. Now there is a gate here. And we can see, and it's actually open, guys. So we're going to go in and see. Can we see where these people are buried or what's going on in here, guys? Look at this. It's like a dumping ground. Can't believe it. Look at that. We have a Hoover.
What?
A Hoover in the corner. There's a lot of hoovering to be done in here, I'll tell you. We have some paintbrushes. Now it is actually, it looks like to me that this place is used as a storeroom for the graveyard here. That they're using it for maintaining the place.
The church here.
Look, we have old bags of cement. Look at all the old cement just thrown there. Paper. And there's actually people buried here, guys.
I wonder have they dug up the ground recently and they are actually going to reseal it. That is what I'm hoping.
Maybe they're going to cover it with concrete, but there's a plaque here. Look, and it says Anne Sanderson, wife of Samuel Sanderson, born in March 1838 and died the 13th of June 1925. And just down here then we have Samuel Sanderson, third son of Samuel Winter. So it's the Winter family here. Born in 1834, and died in 1912. So it's all like the Sanderson family.
Sanderson Winter family.
Sanderson Winter. Now that torch is a bit bright there, but I don't know if you can see it, but it says James Sanderson Winter, born the 15th of February 1832 and died the 10th of July 1911. There's actually a hole in the wall there where that plaque is, look. I wonder, could you see in there?
Be sure to only go straight outside.
I'm going to have a look here, guys. See what's behind this. No, there's just a wall behind there.
These are all the winters then here.
So we have more this side. Here you might be able to see it better. Samuel Winter, born in 1796 and died in 1867. John Pratt Winter, born in 1768 and died in 1846. Samuel Winter, born in 1741 and died in 1811. Look at all them names there, guys. Lucy Winter. Sanderson, born in 1800, died in 1864. Anne Winter, 1771 to 1848. Margaret Robbins, in brackets, 1735 to 1814. So you have all these people.
These owned Agher House.
Agher House, yeah. So they built this really nice looking, I suppose, final resting place here. But guys,
see under the table, they're for cleaning your boots. They would have been outside the church door.
They're the old yokes for cleaning boots there, yeah. Like if you just look in the corner here, you can see. They have timber.
I look at that's obviously from the church itself.
Up there, yeah. That's from the church, yeah. So they're using this as a storeroom. But what I'm trying to figure out is there actual people buried in here?
I think they're buried where you see those markers.
Now, do you see there, guys, where you see those red bricks? They are separating the burial places. So we'll say there's one area, there's another area where people are buried because the plaques are just behind where they're buried.
So actually, James Sanderson Winter, he was unmarried, and he was actually the last of the Winters to be buried here in the family vault.
James is just in here.
Yeah.
So that says James Sanderson Winter.
Yeah.
Who died in 1911.
And his estates then were passed to his nephew.
Oh. So these would have been very, very wealthy people, and there's a sign there at her church. So we have a hoover, cement, rubbish, wheelbarrows, chairs, mops. There's even mops in here. So guys, this place is just used as a storeroom. And it's sad. It's sad to see that they can't just build a shed on the grounds or put a shed as a storage room. So all those plaques that you see there with inscriptions of the family members are all buried in that area there. Look at there. And the same here. Someone buried there, someone buried just there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 people buried in here in this area, and it's covered in absolute rubbish, and it's a shame to see that it's actually covered like that with all that, you know, all that stuff that's in it. So we'll go back out, guys, and just close out that gate. We'll close out the gate, and that's the Sanderson final resting place, guys. And you know what, from looking at it from the outside, you would actually say to yourself, it's a beautiful looking building, you know, architectural work on it, looks like a little castle, very nice to look at from the outside. But unfortunately the inside it's a disgrace to see it like that, and they really need to clean that up and fix it. It's a slate roof, the roof seems to be okay on it. And we have the little vents there at the side with some mesh. And just at the back of the mausoleum then we have this shabby old toilet. Look at this, covered in green and everything. Disgusting looking toilet at the back of the mausoleum. Look at that. Oh, I don't know, guys, you know, sometimes you come across places like this and you just don't know what you're going to find, but that's a shocker really, isn't it? To come across that's, these people were so wealthy and owned all this land, and where's their families? Is there nobody around anymore to do any work on these mausoleums, or is there any funding available or whatever? So that's it. That's it from here, guys. We found some interesting graves, skull and crossbones, but that mausoleum there especially, shocked to see it like that in that state, and all the rubbish that's thrown around in there, so
I'm going to guess that they are looking for funding to do it up, and I think they are trying, but I suppose it's not good enough really to have it all stored in that.
No, they're using it as a storeroom. Now, by looking at that, you'd think there was coffins in there and stuff, but there is no coffins.
They're all underground.
They're all underground, buried there, but there is plaques there to say they're buried there, so it's a final resting place, and I wouldn't like any of my family or anyone to be buried like that, where people are throwing bags of cement on top of your grave or rubbish and stuff and whatever. So I don't know.
The churchyard itself is immaculate.
It's gorgeous,
so well kept.
It is well kept.
That would be my only thought.
But I'm baffled by how they can keep all this area so clean and the grass cut and everything like that. But then you come across that mausoleum. Now, is there no family? Who knows? Anyway, I'll leave it at that, guys. Thanks for coming on the walk. I hope you enjoyed it, finding those old graves. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, and comment underneath the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the whole situation here, and I'll talk to you all on the next one.